During the winter and spring holidays of 2012, and at the weekends in between, around 20 Powerhouse Museum volunteers became storytellers here in the King's Cinema at the Powerhouse Museum. Here, some of the readers reflect on their experience and offer their best storytelling tips and tricks.
So I was really surprised about how popular it was. We had so many people in some sessions we were turning them away. We had full sessions, multiple times on the same day, and so it was really great to see how many people were so into it, even though it was sort of 30 or 40 minutes.
When they got back to the lamppost, they waved goodbye. Lucy ran back and began to pull back branches until she felt the soft fur coats.
What I like most is the children's reaction, because they seem to be hanging on your every word.
It was wonderful to be playing to a full house. Out of my 3 readings, I had 2 full houses.
Please join us in the King's Cinema. The Narnia storytelling session will start shortly.
I had a lot of kids who came down and said thank you, wanted to talk about the book, that they wanted to read it or that they had read it, wanted to go home and watch the films.
I was surprised to find out how many did actually think it was just a movie, and so this was actually great to open their eyes to know that it actually stemmed from a wonderful book. I hope not only did it help the children, but mums and dads to actually go home and read books to their kids.
For The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, there's a great synergy between the fact that it's set at the time of the Second World War and the King's Cinema dates from around the same period. So we're actually in the right sort of atmosphere, the right sort of environment for this particular story.
Children enjoy a story and they all know what to do when they come in for a story. They sit quietly and they get ready, and so it makes it quite easy to tell. Parents also enjoy the story a lot, and you'll find that even 3-year-olds will sit for your story.
The illustrations projected on the screen are great because they're just enough to prompt the imagination, just to kindle it for the children and adults. As I did more and more of the reading of the story, you actually just sort of start to relax. You became part of the role. You were there.
Lucy saw a lamppost. Mr. Tumnus, I've come back. Turkish delight. I don't think he should have done that. Father Christmas. Aslan was on the move. The witch raised her stone knife. Is it more magic? Cried Susan. Yes, and there stood Aslan. Long live King Peter. They came tumbling out of the wardrobe into an empty room.
I took home a copy of a video of someone else reading the story and the script.
She might even make Edmund into a prince. Edmund said he'd try.
Turned the sound down and actually sat in the room on my own and read it out loud. And the more I did it, the more I could start to concentrate less on the story and more about the feelings that people were having in the story.
I think everybody should give character voices a try. It adds a lot of depth to your story and a lot of tension as well.
This is my evil queen's voice.
This is my evil queen voice.
This is my wicked witch voice.
This is my evil witch voice.
She was like that. She was a nasty piece of work. You're hoping you're encouraging kids to read, or parents to read, and I'd be playing a part of that. And it's nice to be sort of, do the acting.
I really loved it because just the looks on the kids' faces when they're so enthralled in the story, it really gives you a sense of that you're doing something meaningful for the kids.
I mean, I was scared to at the first part, and then I thought, no, well, going to do it. And then it wasn't scary, and yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I really loved it.
I loved it.
I really loved it.